G'day family, sorry about the scratchy voice. I'm just coming on as a bit of a follow-up from brother Trevor's video that he recently put out pertaining to Repo Man's timeline and the moon being in Cancer on very significant events for Israel. So from there I decided just to have a quick look at Mike's speculative date of November the 30th. This is Stellarium. I've got it set up for Israel, or Jerusalem as a location. I'll show you guys a little bit about it as we go. This is the mobile version. I can turn landscapes on and off, as you can see there, and atmosphere on and off to represent the horizon and the day hour, whether it's daytime or nighttime basically. But I've got those turned off. Now let's just have a look at the moon on November the 28th, right now in Israel. Oh yeah, the date yesterday, so we're going to move into today. So we can see we're in Aquarius. Well, now we know that the water bearer is a significant constellation. So the moon moves out of Aquarius just about at midnight, I'd say, sort of that area, right there. See, it just leaves. So we have the moon leaving Aquarius on the midnight, becoming the 29th, right there. Okay, I'll continue through a little bit. And it is heading, the moon, there, basically midday on the 29th, is heading to Saturn and Pisces. Now we know Pisces and the rapture fish is significant. So let's have a look at the next day. I can slip that from there to there. Okay, so back to that midday on the 29th, Saturn and the moon. We have the moon then continue as I move the slider into Pisces, and we see it's just outside of Pisces at midday, heading towards midday, November 30. Let's skip it along another day, December 1st. So, just come back here to where are we? I've lost myself. I've got to search for the moon. Just bear with me. Oops. Moon. Okay, there we go. So, here we are, November 30. Saturn and the moon, Pisces. I can skip this along. So this is Repo Man's High Watch, November 30, and we see we cut the first rapture fish cord December 1st at about 1 a.m. in the morning. But if we then continue on, about midday on December 1st, that's where we are. The moon in relation to Pisces, which is many people believe the rapture fish constellation. Let's move it along another day. So I'll go to the 2nd, but I'll come back to midday. So if we continue to move it along, I worked it out. It's about 17 in that area, 17:30, about 5:30 p.m. area on December the 1st. The moon is directly between the two rapture fish. If we can continue on, you can see it exits Pisces December 2nd, so we've gone past midnight there. December 2nd, it exits around about there, 5:30 in the morning kind of area. But notice where it's cutting this second chord here, at 3 a.m. in the morning period that we've talked about in relation to Jesus and the tomb and things like that. So I'm not sure really what this tells us. I like Brother Trevor's recent video on how the moon is in Cancer on December 8th. That is very interesting, and that it's not back in there again for a while. But if that could pertain directly to Israel, because that's what Brother Trevor was searching specifically for Israel. Now, were we to have a rapture before that, because the church, were grafted in to the vine, I'm not sure whether, we would include ourselves as being part of Israel in that scenario, because we know that they're still going to stay for the tribulation to, finally come to the realisation that Jesus is their Lord. But so if the moon has to be in Cancer for the rapture, then December 8th sure looks good. But if the moon doesn't have to be in Cancer, and hence not pointing directly to Israel itself, and we were looking at a rapture sometime around where Mike was thinking, I'd be looking at just after midnight on November 3rd. On November 30th. Actually not just after midnight. I'm looking at the next day. So I'm looking at 5:30, sort of 5:40 area, right there. You can see what I'm playing about with anyway. Nothing too technical about what I'm doing here. You can see the moon's moved out of Pisces there towards Aries on the 2nd. You can see the transition of the moon there through Pisces on the 1st of December. And I'll just go back once more. You can see, so there's our December. You can see back into November 30th, crossing the first line there. So guys, all speculation. We can't be certain exactly when the rapture is going to happen. We can just look, watch, timeline, and do all the things that we've been doing, for the last however many years, depending on who you are. But will this be it? November 30, December 1st? Will it be December 8th? I don't know. Having a look at Stellarium now, and given the information sort of Brother Trevor nutted out, December 8th really is looking pretty good. But we could be in for a surprise. We could be in for a surprise right here somewhere. Say, let's have a look. Mike's November 30. It's 29. November 30. We're not quite in Pisces, but it could be sunset. That's only there till midday. Let's just go to December 1st one last time and have a look. Right, so we're back to about midday on Sunday, November 30th in Israel there. So really it isn't until after midnight on November 30th, till after midnight, becoming December 1st. It's not until the moon, it's about 3 a.m. in the morning there, where it starts to cut the first fish, 3 a.m. in the morning. And remember, it departed, I think, at about 3 a.m. in the morning. If I'll go back and have another look. Here we are there. Yeah, so we've got it cutting the first chord of Pisces at 3 a.m. in the morning, and then doing the same again. Very interesting. But anyway, guys, we're looking for Jesus. He is the one that has saved us. Whilst we have plenty of worldly problems that we all want to escape, as I said in my last video, I don't want to be in heaven if Jesus isn't there anyway. It is him that I want to see. He is the person that I want to thank and fall on my knees before and thank for the sins of mine that he forgave. Confess with your mouth Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that he rose from the dead on the third day, defeating death, sin and the grave, having done that to cover your sins, for he was sinless. If you believe that, if you confess that and you truly believe that, regardless of when the rapture happens, you will be in it. God bless, family.